Yo, yo, yo. What up, dude?
Man, that one kind of went everywhere, didn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah, I could hardly say my fucking name on the intro.
Yeah, well, I can hardly write mine.
What do you mean you can't write it?
Like, I have difficulty writing W, like John W. Dunleavy. Like, every time I get to a W, I have
The
to,
letter
like,
W just stumps you?
stumps me, dude. I have to focus and be like, all right, dude, down, like that. I know. It's ridiculous.
All right.
Either way, welcome to episode 27 of Around with the Boys podcast.
What's up?
It's a nice sunny day here. Be sure to follow us, like and subscribe to the podcast on all major platforms. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, at Around W the Boys. We're on Facebook now too, facebook.com/Around with the Boys. And yeah, man, last week we premiered your show, Adults.
Yeah, that was a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, man. And I'd like to thank everybody out there, all you rounders, for listening, or not listening, but like watching it, checking it out.
Yeah.
And
Quick
yeah.
story for you rounders out there. I set it as a premiere last week. So at 4 p.m., it actually started playing at 4:05. It started to play. It had a little countdown, started to play, and you couldn't fast forward through or anything.
Mhm.
So it plays all the way through the first time, and then you can do whatever you want, like watch it again and all that stuff. So it premieres, and I'm watching it, and you can see how many people are watching it. And there was like 8. At one point, there was 10. Anyway, it finishes. I call Jimmy. He doesn't answer. I'm like, all right. So I'm still working around the house. I'm doing it, and my phone rings about 30 minutes later. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I set it as a premiere. I explained to him what I just explained to y'all. And I was like, did you watch it? And he's like, nah, man, nah. I was unloading the furniture truck. I'm
Yeah.
like, hold up. The show that you just did all this work premiered, and you're unloading the truck.
Yeah, we were unloading some shit from Canal Dover, which that's quality, like Amish affiliated furniture. I'm telling you right now. And you know what that is? Solid wood.
Yeah.
Heavy.
My man says,
But no.
my man says he got paid for it somehow.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, I'd like to thank like my mom, dad, Aunt Jane, for getting me to the point where I could get the production. As far as production, I'd like to thank, Craig Thiemann and all his crew, Landau, all those guys, and of course all the actors and actresses in it.
Yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed their performance. I thought they did very well.
Oh yeah, they did great. It was funny. And like the theater part of it, like how I know a couple of people asked you, like, how'd you film you flipping the car?
So the car thing, so that part of the race was stock footage. So we used some of that stock footage from real races that car was in.
Oh.
And then we swapped it. So then we had the camera. I was out there driving one day, and there was a guy, somebody met us out there, and he was bumping into me as we were filming, and had the camera attached on the car.
Mm-hmm.
And drinking and smoking and doing my lines while just doing that, right? So then the actual part where it looks like I'm
yeah, when you're flipping in the car,
in the ceiling. So that part was Craig was down low with the camera, pointing up at my face, and so he would action, right? I just would jump and pound my head and shit into the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But before I would do it, I threw the beer from below the camera, and I would try to catch it. So
dude,
we just did
in
it
slow mo when you
the
actual part that made the cut.
Yeah.
You catch the beer.
Yeah, we kept the one
I was like, damn.
We did it till I caught it,
Which was perfect.
And so the back, and then if you look through that where the window is, you see the outside and it's rotating. It was the green screen, and we rotated it in the software. So it was
that's crazy.
A picture outside. You just
So it was all post production editing.
Yeah,
you didn't actually flip a car.
No, I was driving and how I whipped it.
Yeah.
Did like that. It was as well as I could because that car was in.
Emily was like, did he do his own stunts?
Yeah, nah. If you look back at it, the dude in the race has an orange shirt on, and I have a blue. It was just one of those things I couldn't afford to find somebody to change that color shirt.
Oh yeah.
It got to that point. So I was like, you know what? If it goes by once, they probably won't notice it.
No, I turned it into a GIF though.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That was pretty neat.
It was pretty neat. But I thought it was great. And now it's finally out there.
Yeah, it sure is. And hey,
relieving.
2 days there was 136 views. I'll take that.
Yeah, all day.
I mean, right?
All day. It was awesome.
So,
I really enjoyed it.
Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And again, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate everybody that helped me out in that process and wrote it out with me. So
yeah, and if you haven't checked it, go check it out. It's up on our YouTube page. You'll see it. You can just also type in the premiere of adults or Off the Farm Productions, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm is starting to work in our favor on those Googles and YouTubes.
Yeah, man, we're really trying to put the stamp on trying to get out there. I mean, obviously next are the shirts. We're gonna get the shirts going.
Yeah.
Have to do research
Which is what
on
I was
that.
explaining earlier.
Yeah.
Em got her new laptop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other night she's like, "All right, we can start working on the design." And she has a couple templates already, but
I like it
yeah, we're gonna get that locked down.
for sure.
Order some more koozies too. People loved them.
Yep.
Because I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm out.
I got like 20 left, I think.
Cool. Quick alien update
Yes.
for those of you following. We are 1 week away from June 1st.
Yeah, from the supposed delivery of all the information to Congress.
So what I read was there's a task force, a unidentified flying, what is it, or phenomenal or aerial phenomenon?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
UAP?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which takes the place of UFO now, I guess.
Yeah, they did that, a little while back. I don't know what difference that made for them.
Well, because I don't know if they're necessarily flying. They're like bending gravity, which is...
Okay, yeah, phenomena. Because I watched this alien documentary actually before I came here today, and the whole thing was talking about, like, remember how I said, yeah, they bend space and time? Well, this dude was basically, in a better way to describe it, they're literally just going through dimensions.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why they look so weird if you don't get it, like, all the way on camera. What he was saying was, like, they're in limbo between multiple dimensions at once.
That's just too much for my brain to compute right now.
Yeah. So, regardless, just if you have time, go on Prime Video, check him out. Steve Greer. There's multiple. He has multiple documentaries on there.
All right, word.
And
So,
check
go
that
check them
out.
out. But so anyway, this UAP Task Force is getting the presentation together next week, or the following week. They are presenting it to Congress. I'm excited. I know you're excited.
Mm-hmm.
And we can just finally see what the fuck's out there.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they say.
Exactly. Speaking of cool scientific shit, I guess, our boy Nerd Stoke, who we had on a couple episodes ago, did the 50 states in under 6 days or whatever it was.
Yeah, 50 states, 5 days.
That's
baby.
right. We mentioned in that episode he was designing and coding a dog bark translator collar.
Mm-hmm.
He has completed that. His video was published a couple days ago. He texted James and I. We watched it. It's incredible. Like, he's so funny, but also so smart.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Thomas, and it literally just hit me. He could be like the new Bill Nye. He'd be like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
100%. 100% could be him.
Yeah.
Like, he called it the holler collar.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a little, you gotta watch the video. He's got a little stint in there where he acts like Billy Mays and shit. It's so good.
Oh my God, yeah. And his little edits in there, man, he is so funny with that. Like the little things. It reminds me of like a cartoon. You know what I mean? When they exaggerate things. He pulls a lot of like SpongeBob exaggerations.
Yep.
It's
so good. And even the girl that they had to voice over the dog was hilarious.
Yeah, she
thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, she was professional.
Great.
Yeah.
She was great. So go check that out. Nerd Stoke on YouTube, the dog bark translator. It's incredible. We have steered away from sports a little bit the past couple episodes. So today is going to be pretty sports heavy, which is nice because the amount of drama we've had in sports over the last week is enough to make me think that I can't tell the difference if I'm watching fucking ESPN or Bravo.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Hey, but they're excited they got something to talk about.
Well, of course. But we're going to slam their golden boy that ESPN loves, LeBron James.
Man.
Yo. Okay, so if you guys didn't see this, I'm not talking about the game a couple nights ago when Chris Paul boxed him out and he fell on his shoulder and he thought the world was going to end. The game before that, he gets poked in the eye down the stretch, which against Golden State, it was the playoff game to see who got the 7th or 8th seed. Draymond Green pokes him in the eye. My man is on the ground wailing. I mean, rolling up for 80 seconds, getting poked in the eye. Let me just compare this. The night before that, Kevin Pillar from my beloved New York Metropolitans took a 94-mile-an-hour fastball to the fucking face. Right to the nose. Fractured multiple things in his nose, 2 huge black eyes, blood waterfalling out of his face. How long was he on the ground for? Oh, I have it here for you. Oh, that's right. 36 seconds. He was on the ground. Wasn't complaining, nothing. Honestly, it was unintentional. It was the bottom of the ninth, tie game, 1-1. Bases loaded. The pitcher that was pitching was dealing. I mean, he could put the ball anywhere he wanted, and it got away from him and hit him in the face. And Pilar did an interview the next day. It was like, I'm fine. No concussion, which blew my mind. But he couldn't really breathe out of his nose. 2 huge black eye. I mean, he looked nasty.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture up on the video.
But no concussion though?
Nuh-uh. And he said, I'm not so. He's like, I'm not worried about me. I'll be okay. He's like, I'm worried about him, the pitcher.
Yeah.
He called him after the game, and again that day, and was like, dude, it's okay. Like, you didn't do that on purpose. It's a tie game, bases loaded. Why would you hit somebody to walk in a run? And the dude was shook. I mean, shook. After it happened, he didn't pitch another pitch. They pulled him, and Kevin told him, he's like, dude, get your confidence back up, man. Like, I'm all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, that shit. You could, as soon as it hit him, I was watching it live, and it hit him, and I put my face I was sitting on the couch, put my face in the pillow. I was like, oh my God. And every player on the field had their mitt over their face. I mean, it was horrible. Not intentional. But 36 seconds on the ground versus LeBron, 80 seconds for a poke in the eye.
All right, so was it did you see the replay? Was it like a legit poke in the eye?
Bro, yeah, he got poked in the eye. I mean whatever.
Was his eye
well, and
did
then
he play the rest of the game?
Yeah, he hit the game-winning 3 with 5 seconds
See, I didn't
left.
watch that game, but I could say this, an eye poke, yeah, that sucks. Anybody right now, like, dude, yeah, getting poked in the eye, that would suck. But, dude, if you can still play after that poke in the eye, that wasn't a severe poke in the eye.
So he hits the game-winning 3 from 3 feet behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
After the game, he was like, well, after Draymond poked me in the eye, I could see 3 baskets up there. I chose the one in the middle.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The biggest drop.
Dude,
you are a king. He's a queen.
Arguably the best basketball player of all time. Why? And I mean, why? I saw a good thing. It says, you want to know why LeBron is number 3 on the GOAT list behind Kobe and Michael? Because Kobe and Michael convinced you they weren't injured when they were. LeBron convinces you he's injured when he's not. I was like, oh shit.
I don't know, man. That's some. I don't know. He's got some problems or something.
I mean, I feel like he's always yapping at the ref to get calls and does he get fouled hard? Yeah, but I'm sorry. You're the softest man in the world if you're going to get on the ground for 80 seconds because of a poked eye when you're 6'8", 250 pounds.
Yeah, I think we know now why he didn't play football.
Yeah. Yeah.
The man is soft.
The man is soft.
He's ice cream,
and they're struggling, dude.
Dude. And you know what? Good for them, though, dude.
No one's afraid of them. I mean,
would you be afraid of somebody who flops around like a fish? A big one at that, but a fish?
I'm talking about the team, though. They're not even that. I mean, they traded away all that young talent to bring in AD and that shit to win a championship in the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, 10 teams didn't even compete in the bubble shit.
Yeah.
The Warriors weren't there. I mean, so is it a championship? Yeah. Is there an asterisk next to it? I think there should be. And now they don't look that good.
I don't know. I just think that's some pansy shit. The whole
oh yeah,
seeing 3 baskets. That's the most dramatic.
Oh, here's another one for you. Joe Burrow, when he his knee got absolutely destroyed last year.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL, MCL, a bunch of other knee ligaments. He was on the ground for 78 seconds. Not even as long.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He needs to toughen up, and what you won't, because but I feel like he's gotten progressively more soft. Has he not?
Yeah, and he said he's after whatever year it is that he's been in the NBA, 17 or 18 now he's on. I don't know. He's like, my body, I can never get 100%. It's impossible to be 100% healthy.
Okay.
Which may be true.
I might believe that, but
But you also you publicly have said you spend $1 million a year on your body, whether it's working out, nutrition, you're a personal chef, all that shit.
I mean, I hear that, but look at Tom Brady.
He's fine.
And he actually gets hit for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They call you barely touch him and he wants a foul. I mean, Brady's people are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Or not kill him. I mean, obviously.
Brady does get in the ref's face a little bit.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, I understand, especially from playing soccer, dude. You're going to argue with the ref.
And Brady.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's part of the game. I would argue for every call too. But I'm saying, like, I'm not going to sit there begging for one 45 seconds later when it's not happening, or
Right.
you know what I mean. That's what people hate soccer for in America anyway, are the flops.
Yeah.
And this dude's out there just being a professional flopper. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, and everyone knows it too. And now that they'll
it's
call,
embarrassing.
You'll get a warning which counts as a foul for flopping in basketball. Same thing like in soccer, you can get a card for I forget what they call it, simulation or something like that.
I don't know,
like that. But it's basically flopping.
Just being a clown.
Being a clown.
Don't do that. Like, and you're not teaching. This man's all about the kids. Like, hey, don't teach the kids to flop and like do all that kind of crap, man. Come on.
And fast forward to 2 nights ago, and he's shooting a foul shot. Chris Paul, who's one of his best friends, who's also, I think, not even 6 foot, comes in from behind to box him out and like boxes him out to the side a little bit. LeBron in the air, flops in the air, lands on his shoulder, shoulders hurt.
I did see that one, dude.
It's like, come on, man. Chris Paul that's like me running out there to box you out.
That's man.
Like, come on.
He's Space Jam 24/7.
Yeah, and like Chris Paul helped him up and was like, kind of looking at him like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're boys, dude. Why are you doing this? So, whatever. We'll see. But the NBA action's heating up. Playoffs are running.
Who you pulling for? Give me a beer real quick.
I don't know. Oh, and then that shit, LeBron had the violation from attending the party the night before. He violated the NBA COVID policy.
Oh, really?
So they think this is an inside job. Listen to this.
All right.
We'll talk about Bravo TV. They are playing the Suns right now, right?
Yeah.
The party he attended in LA was Kendall Jenner's party. Drake, he was with Drake. Drake won the Billboard Artist of the Decade. And then dropped like a 2.5-minute video like, oh, is it luck? Like, no, it's not luck, whatever. LeBron voices over it at the end, which is, whatever. They go to this, they called it a photo shoot online. It was a party. And it was Kendall Jenner's party. Kendall Jenner is dating Devin Booker, who is the guard for the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker was not there because it violates policy. So, the gossip girl, and M knew about this, obviously, but they think that Kendall Jenner was trying to set LeBron up to violate COVID policy. But, like, I'm here to tell you right now, the NBA doesn't have the fucking balls.
That's what Barkley said.
To suspend him. Yeah, that's exactly what Barkley said. Because why would you?
Yeah.
No LeBron, no ratings. That's in their eyes. Where I can.
In their eyes, we'll see. I'm looking forward to this year, like the ratings in the finals. I don't think they're going to be in the finals.
No, I don't think so either.
And I'm looking forward to those ratings. I bet you they'll be better than last year's when he was in it.
Yeah, maybe not. And the only argument I would have there is because everyone was at home.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, so you take the not, and I'll take the it will be.
Yeah, I'd like to see a different team in there.
I'm just saying, like,
who do you think is going to be? Who's going to go?
He's a prima donna, bro. It's like, that's why I'm just saying, the dude's his pocket of people that love him, they're getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Now I respect him for what he's done on the court, but like, bro, what do you?
I'm not saying he's not a good basketball player, dude. I just don't like his style I just don't like the pansiness and the excuses and all this kind of shit.
Yeah,
and I just feel like he's got a whole lot of those.
That's true.
So.
That is true. Who do you think is going to win?
Man.
I'd love to see Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Luka. Young kid. Came over here. He's dominating.
I don't know, man.
His only issue is that he's a hothead.
Yeah.
He's a hothead. He'll get pissed at the ref and say some shit in Slovakia, wherever the fuck he's from.
I don't know.
And he's gotten a lot of technicals.
Well, I think that'll calm down. Like, he
as
you
he
said he
grows
was
up,
young, yeah.
He's 22, I think.
I mean, the Nets, I would say the Nets, but like, I mean, they hadn't.
When are we going to see the Nets when all of those dudes play?
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, what's his face was still on minutes restriction the other day.
Who, Durant?
No, Harden.
Harden?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was sitting out though?
Oh, dude.
Was it Kyrie in his meditation services or was it?
Oh, I don't know what.
Fucking Durant?
What the hell that dude's problem is.
Like, there's always one of the key players.
Yeah,
out.
so I don't know. I mean, people. I don't know, man. I mean, the Suns are good.
Suns are good. Yeah.
You know?
I think Brooklyn's a pretty good favorite because a lot of this shit's fucking mind game. Like
I mean, it
player
is
rest. And then if they get to the finals, every game in the finals, all them boys are gonna play.
for sure.
That's
But
gonna be an issue.
I don't know. The Suns are good.
We'll see.
Nets are good.
Mavs.
The Mavs.
Yeah. But it is what it is. The NBA is mediocre at best. In my eyes.
Mediocre at best.
Mediocre at best.
I
It's like play
agree.
some defense, dude.
Yeah, and there's not much defense going on
I'd much rather watch college.
for sure, and the atmosphere
Yeah.
of college is better.
Yeah, they're playing for heart.
Yeah,
We talked
except
about
you
that.
see Spike Lee the other day. I mean, like just watching those guys it's kind of funny. Like the little dude, like how small he is on the court when he's out there, like he's all pumped up. The Knicks at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, and
He looks like a little child.
I know. And what's crazy is that he's had those courtside seats since like the mid '90s.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Same fucking seats.
that's pretty wild to have a stamp like that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying he looked hilarious, just how small he was.
Yeah.
And then it shows you, like, dude, man, those NBA players are massive.
Massive. They're large.
Holy
large.
shit.
Yeah, like you would see like the tall dudes and the tall kid in high school that played hoops, right? Like for us, it was like Jason and Wes Aycock, were like
Yeah.
the giants at Ashley, and you're like, God dang! But then you look at the NBA, they're all that big.
Do you remember Dolly? That girl Dolly?
Yo, yeah, I remember Dolly.
I think she like 6'8" or taller than that.
All I
don't-
know is that you just didn't get on her bad side. She'd chase you down the hallway, beat your ass.
Dude, Dolly was no joke, man. Like
She was.
I don't know, because at the time I was like, I hadn't really hit my growth
Dude, I was
spurt
like
yet.
5'6".
Yeah, I was a tiny fella, and I know she was over 6'6". That's a fact.
That's a fact, dude. And she was
Because the
just,
basketball coach wanted her to play, and Dolly was a troublemaker now.
oh yeah, she wasn't playing. She wasn't
playing
hoops.
basketball. She was too big.
Coach Gale would try to recruit her
Yeah, nah, man.
every day.
She was sticking people for lunch money. That's what Dolly's deal was.
That's fucking hilarious.
I just
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know. Maybe think of it.
Oh man, another cool little thing in the NBA. The first fan was inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I thought was cool. He's the Toronto Raptors super fan. I forget his name, but
A super fan?
yeah. So he was a migrant from the Middle East somewhere because he wears one of those like the Sultan in Aladdin,
Yeah.
that hat.
Yeah.
He wears one of those. Turban, I guess is.
Yeah, I
Is what it's
guess.
called? Nah, but he is the fucking man.
Sultan.
So yeah, so he came over here. He had his degree in business, very whatever, but no one would hire him. And he went to Toronto, Canada, obviously,
Yeah.
and no one would hire him because of his race and all that shit. So he got hired as a car salesman, and was way overqualified. I mean, had like his master's in business and all that shit.
Yeah.
He sold. What was it? He had the record. I think he sold 112 cars in the first 2 months he was there. And quickly was recruited by another car dealership to be like the manager. He gets hired there. All the employees except for 2 quit because of his race. And he's like, fine, I'll do
This
it.
is in Canada?
Yeah. He's like, I'll do it my way. Hired all new employees, brought that car dealership to the #1 car dealership in Toronto, and then franchised it. This is all back in like the 90s and shit, early
Yeah.
2000s. Franchised it, self-made millionaire, and now he's just an absolute baller. And he's been going to every Toronto Raptors game since like Vince Carter.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He sits right under the he's like the back court
Yeah.
on the corner.
Yeah.
Dude.
He is the fucking man.
Yeah, because they show him every year. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is this? So
Mhm.
he's in the Hall of Fame. Good for that
The first
guy.
fan to be in the Hall of Fame. Self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
Was told, I mean, because of his race, everyone just said no.
I'm
and
sure
he
you
was
could
just
YouTube
like,
this guy.
He was like, that's cool. Oh, yeah, there's a huge story on it.
Yeah.
I actually retweeted it on Twitter.
That's
It was a
fucking-
huge thread. It was so fucking cool, dude. And
That's
now
badass.
he every year he spends $300,000 a year to bring kids to the games. So
Yeah.
every game there's a section where he brings the kids and the parents, and he selects kids and parents every game of all different ethnicities, age, the whole deal, and he makes them all sit together to bring the communities together.
Well, good for him, man. That's just a good rich story.
It's
Rich
Like-
as in heartwarming.
yeah, it's like the dream, right? Like
Yeah.
just be like, oh, okay, you're not gonna fucking watch this.
Dude,
But he was always so positive about it.
oh,
He
for
was
sure.
never
That guy
negative.
has a good time.
He's great.
And he
time.
rocks
So was
that
really
turban
cool.
like at the thing too.
Yeah, real quick. Fuck you,
I
Stephen A.
hate to
Smith.
I hate to sit
Fuck you,
behind him.
Stephen A. You bastard. He was on there. No fan should be allowed to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, man, fuck you, dude. Read his story first before you start commenting on some bullshit. You get paid millions of dollars a year to act like a fool.
To scream at the television as loud as he can.
Yeah. Put down the weed. Shut the fuck up, man. God, put down the microphone.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, that's the NBA. Moving on. The PGA Championship was this past weekend.
Quick question, though. Who inducted this guy?
Like the NBA Hall of Fame.
So the NBA decided as a...
Yeah. Not only because of his, like, super fan, like, you were just saying, like, Spike Lee, super fan, yeah. Does he do shit for the community? No. This dude...
No, I'm sorry. I brought it back because Stephen A. wasn't for that? That's what
I don't think Stephen A. knew the story.
Well, he should read up before he starts bitching about some shit.
That's what everyone said.
All right. Sorry, continue. PGA.
Anyway. Philly.
Oh, Philly cheesesteak.
Man, the oldest person ever to win a major championship at age 50.
Yeah, great number.
Happened this, in beautiful Kiawah Island.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, that fucking course looks hard as shit.
Yeah, and it's right there on the beach, windy as shit.
Dude,
my brother stayed. Remember when they rented that real expensive house?
Yeah,
that's where they stayed.
Oh, really? Right there in the resort and golf club or whatever?
Yeah. So my brother and all his like friends from high school and college, there was like 15 of them rented this, million.
I remember the video. It was insane. That thing, that
like
place
a mansion,
was a
but it was right there on the course. So like, dude, my brother and them, like they had, so it was like towards the end of the day, and these dudes, they're out there like, the golfers like saw them partying. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" Da da da. And they were like, "Hey, if you sink that shot or do something like that, you got to come cannonball." Right? This is true shit. Dude chips it, sinks it, comes over there and does a cannonball off the second floor.
Yeah, they were jumping off the balcony
into the pool. This dude does it in his golf clothes and his shoes and all.
Of course,
like awesome.
Just awesome. But the cool part so we get to 18, right? And Phil's paired with Brooks Koepka, who we will get to in a second. And his tee shot on 18 is just a beauty.
Yeah.
Now, it landed in the rough a little bit near the fans, but it doesn't matter. He walks up, he hits that shot, which puts him on the green, like, I think he was like 12 feet from the hole.
Yeah.
And as soon as he hits it, the crowd just fucking descends on the fairway. And there's a shot of him walking up the fairway to the pin or whatever, and just a mob of people behind him. A mob of people. And he gets up there. Obviously, he wins it. And in the interview after, the lady interviewing him was like, "Phil, what a cool moment. It really reminded us of Tiger back, whatever, that famous footage of everyone walking up the fairway with Tiger."
Yeah.
And he looks around, he's like, "Yeah, hope Tiger's doing well." He's like, "But I just want to thank you guys, because that's the first time something like that's ever happened to me, and I can't even explain the feeling of like knowing every person here is rooting for you and wanting you to win it." And I was walking up the fairway and I looked over my shoulder, and it was incredible. I was like, damn, it took this man. He got his first PGA Tour win when Brooks Koepka was 2 years old.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nuts.
See, I love stories. I was stoked I got to see that.
Yeah.
Or I wasn't there, but I'm just saying, watching on TV, it was like, dude, you couldn't take your eyes away from it, because this is right when COVID came out, or like
it was like
restrictions.
The first major tournament since the restrictions were gone. Yeah.
Yeah, since they were lax, right? And Phil's a legend. And this just solidified it even more. It really just put the final stamp of approval on it.
Even people who are huge Tiger fans, still like Phil.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like you can't not.
Yeah, dude, because he gave Tiger hell plenty of times out there on the course, man.
Oh yeah,
chasing him down.
I mean, they're really, really good friends too.
Yeah, but that like he said, man, he's never and he's golfed he's been a pro for 30 years.
That was his moment,
and he's never felt there it was, like you reached the pinnacle. Like
what was cool, he sent a tweet out like,
greatness
like 10 days earlier, and was like, keep going in life. Like the older you get, the harder it gets. But if you keep working at it, you will succeed. It was like this very inspirational tweet. And then 10 days later, he sets the record for the oldest major winner in golf.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, I also respect the fact that his brother is his caddy.
So cool. Tim.
That's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting there just talking back and forth, and like when they're talking, I mean, it's clearly.
I love how you can hear them talking.
It's great
about the shot.
Yeah, and they're analyzing the shit out of it, but there's a lot of trust there too. Yeah. On both ways, and there's
you hear him. He'd be like, "Tim, you think that's up there?" He's like, "Yep." He goes, "All right, cool, me too."
Yeah.
And like it just
And
that's what you need in a caddy. Though.
Yeah. And good for Phil, man, because to be honest, he hadn't been playing well for a while.
He hadn't. What was it? He hadn't finished in the top 20.
Yeah.
In his last, like crazy number of tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And now here he comes, just pink winner.
Dude,
it was awesome.
And that kind of. It's crazy how you like golf. So that's that kind of sport where it's not like basketball, football, soccer, all that. You can keep playing golf.
Yeah.
Until forever, right?
Yeah.
But you only have a certain amount of time where you can hit it hard. Okay, and that's kind of what he's talking about. He's battling, but he's finding that swing.
Yep.
Which is a beautiful thing because you can always sharpen, fine tune those things. But it also takes, and shout out to Josh Basnight, because he wants to talk about psychology of sports.
Yeah.
But it goes back to you have to have a clear mind too.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You have to be on track. And let me bring this back because this is one example of the alien shit earlier. Okay, they're talking about consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And here's how I'm tying this in to like your life. So you get your life clear. You get all that sorted out. Like you get your demons at bay. You're okay with yourself. And then you work on your craft. Say it's golf. You're working on that. And then everything becomes, it flows and you're good at it. So they did an experiment where they had a plant in a room, a dark room. And they put it in the corner. And so they would turn the light on like it was like an automated light, right? So it would point random at a place, right? And so what they did over X amount of times of the light turning on randomly, they showed that it hit over towards the plant like more than it should have. AKA like the plant, basically what they were trying to prove, and like I'm doing a shitty job and I'll post the link or the episode title. But what they were proving was the plant's solar unified consciousness was bringing the light to it.
Oh, really?
You get what I'm saying?
Like absorbing the light.
Or it was like
of where the light was.
Yeah, and then
still
like
getting it.
It was making that light that was supposed to be a random thing, kind of automate towards the plant. You get what I'm saying?
Now, what if that all ties into like UV and photosynthesis and all that stuff?
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying like you could tap into. You can make shit happen.
You can, okay.
So
what
Phil's saying,
like will it to
yes,
happen.
You can will it. That's what the whole thing surmised was like that plant's consciousness was willing that light to come over here,
and that's why that tweet went viral.
Okay, and so obviously Phil, and this is you can say it's trippy, you can say whatever, but hey man, I think the Force is real. Okay, Star Wars shit, but I think Phil had recently tapped in because if you look on his log for the year, it's not stellar.
At all, no.
So it's like, how does he just randomly? I'm 50 years old. I'm gonna win a major real quick.
Yeah, he got right in the head.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I totally
all
get
of
what
it.
You're saying.
So anyway, but I will put up that documentary thing because that little part's really interesting how that transpired. But continue, Johnny.
Side story though of that, the drama side of it, Bryson versus Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
A video came out today showing Brooks being interviewed after his round. It was obviously a cut video that someone obtained. And he's talking to the guy with NBC, and Bryson walks by him and murmurs a little quote about keeping his putts in line.
Yeah.
And Brooks literally is he's mid-sentence and just stops. And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Fucking asshole. Or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like clearly pissed off that Bryson just walked by. So we did a little research. The beef goes all the way back to 2019. And it starts here. Brooks was doing an interview for the PGA podcast. And he said he doesn't understand why Bryson takes forever to shoot. It shouldn't take a minute and 20 seconds to hit a ball. It's not that hard, is what he said. That was towards the end of 2019. In 2020, January 2020, this is right before the Abu Dhabi Championship, January 2020. Bryson is on Twitch streaming, and this right here automatically makes me hate Bryson DeChambeau. He was streaming and playing fucking Fortnite, which...
Well, hold on. You played Fortnite for a while now.
Yeah, nothing, because nothing was, and then Warzone came out, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
But listen, if you want to be good at Fortnite, learn how to like build shit really quickly. It's like so stupid. Whatever.
And there you go.
Anyway, he was on Twitch and he said, now Brooks had just, ESPN The Body Issue had just come out in the magazine, and Brooks was in it. And Bryson said that Brooks doesn't have abs or the physique to be in The Body Issue on his stream. Which, like, listen, bro, you're live streaming, people record it. Okay. Fucking idiot. So that was on Wednesday, the day before the tournament started.
Yeah.
He also thought that Brooks was going to do poorly. Brooks on Thursday shoots a bogey-free 66 round one at the Abu Dhabi, and then sends a tweet. And it says, quote, "You were right at B_DeChambeau. I'm too short of a six-pack," with a picture of his 4 major trophies.
Damn.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that is
like
a smack.
A smack.
Right
like,
there.
Your science, all your clubs are the same length. Yeah, okay, you mash the ball. Cool.
Yeah.
But you wear crazy spikes. You wear like these almost like cleats type shit because he has so much lower body force.
Yeah.
That he wears like extended spikes on his shoes.
I feel like DeChambeau's like, I don't know, man. He's kind of a dork, right? And he just doesn't know how to...
Look, you wear clown shoes, you wear a clown hat.
Yeah, right. But he doesn't know how to shit talk. And he's just out there like, why are you going to say shit about his abs, dude? Like, look at you, man. You're not like a fucking Greek
he's
god.
Ripped. DeChambeau's big. He's ripped.
He's big. I don't think he's a fucking...
Okay, here's the deal.
I'm just saying, but who...
What matters? What matters in this game?
Yeah. Putting the ball in the hole. Yeah.
Trophies. Winning.
Yeah.
If you ain't winning, don't run your mouth.
No, you shouldn't.
I thought that tweet back.
I just thought that shit was weird. Like fucking dissing your abs on Fortnite.
Which brings us to the video that came out today from Sunday of DeChambeau squeaking a little line in there, talking some shit, and it rattled Brooks, dude. I mean, he like stopped. He's like, "I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought," and the reporter starts laughing. He's like, "We're gonna laugh about this in the video truck, wherever." Yeah. And Brooks is like, "I really don't care."
No,
that's what he said.
Yeah, Brooks was like, yeah. He's like, to be honest, I really don't care. Like, I think he said, I don't care if y'all post it or whatever. To me, it looked like I'll stick this motherfucker. That's what it looked like to me. Like,
I get that you will, but I think I'm gonna take Bryson in that fight. Maybe we should. Maybe we should just tell them to set up with Rough and Rowdy.
They should
go on Barstool's Rough and Rowdy and box
for sure. Like make that.
If I'm Big Cat and El Prez and all that shit, I am pushing because they're homeboys with Brooks. Brooks Koepka is Big Cat and PFT's like boy.
They
call him Blake.
Dude,
it's hilarious.
Dude, instead of like all this other like these bullcrap pay-per-view fights, that one would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they had like one like, hey man, like go at it for real, no bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
Like go ahead and settle your differences.
And I would love, I mean, look, dude, I was a Brooks fan till all this shit started going on, and he's looks like he's complaining a lot. Like,
yeah,
like he's complaining about the fans.
Yeah, he was bitching about shit, and like
he's just being a little bitch.
It's like, dog, you finished second, like you're still going home with a lot of money. And I get it, it's not first, but also like just
no, like I'm talking about like when he was saying the fans were all rushing Phil, he was like, oh, it was, yeah. Apparently he was bitching about how like the fans were everywhere, and it's like,
okay. Are you fucking Phil Mickelson? Like, come on, dude.
That's my point. Like,
in 20 years, that might be you.
It might be. And that's what I was telling Denny. And Denny's like, I don't know, man. His personality doesn't really do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so it's like, all right. Like, so what are you going to characterize? You want to be Patrick Reed, where everybody, like, just hates you?
Why does everybody hate him again?
Dude, so apparently this guy, like, doesn't talk to his family.
Yeah, he did something, right?
He, like, basically, I think, was he from Texas or something? Or, like, he married off with some girl that, like, basically told her to, like, he basically went with her instead of his family, right? Kind of like one of those kind of deals, like this.
You don't
his
do that
family
in golf,
for her.
Too. Golf is.
Or, like, and I'm pretty sure he was from Texas.
Tiger.
But, like, and then he was just, I don't know, apparently, like, he does some shit. Like, I don't know, Denny was telling me, like, yeah, like, he fires caddies all the time, or he's just, like, a dick.
That's what it is. He's a dick to his caddies.
Yeah, and so just nobody really likes him, and he's never, like, humble or nothing. And then you got Phil, going over here, just helping the kids, doing
Dude,
all this.
yeah, and like when Wells Fargo.
And Phil has vices. He's a gambler. We all know that.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know?
Oh shit.
But he's human. We all have
the
faults.
match last year
Yeah.
with him, Tiger, Tom Brady, and
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Which Peyton was hilarious.
Well,
Like, Tom was classic. Like
Peyton's just funny as fucking.
no
general.
personality. Tom,
The sheriff.
Yeah, he is the legit sheriff.
Have you watched his little show on ESPN Plus?
No.
You should.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, it's really good. He interviews like
like the history of football or kind of deal.
well stuff like that. But
when
like
he meets,
he's got an episode
legends.
with like George W. Bush. He's got an episode with Obama. He's got an episode with.
he met with GW.
Dude, it's so fucking
Just
funny,
kidding.
dude. And he's a riot.
Dude,
Peyton Manning's a funny
he's
individual.
hilarious, man.
Like truly funny.
They should have just have one of him, and they should have one of him and that who's this fucking guy all over Instagram? He's like, what is he, like from Spain or something? Talking about golf is the hardest shit. You know, he's talking about he's like ripped as fuck.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh shit, I don't even know. I think he's just like an online personality, but
Yeah, have him play with Peyton. That'd be great.
God, yeah, he goes on about how hard golf is.
And that's another thing, dude. With all these pay-per-view matches and all this stuff, I feel like with golf, like you said, dude, you could set up some funny-ass matches. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like find somebody else that's terrible at golf versus Charles Barkley, like some celebrity versus that. I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff like
Barkley
that.
fixed his swing.
I did see it.
He doesn't look like he's having a seizure in the middle of it.
Wow, yeah, I did see that. So now I instantly regret saying that. But like, even like
he's still bad.
But like we're saying, so Peyton Manning, you can do Peyton Manning plays with Charles on a Sunday afternoon. I guarantee you could make some money off that, and just it wouldn't be that hard for production wise.
Yeah,
Have some mics in the cart, have a couple cameramen on a nice golf course like Eagle Point one day, and we're not talking about a big thing.
You literally would only need like a crew of 4 guys to follow them.
That's it, man. And then you plop it up on the internet somewhere. And dude, I'd pay $10 to watch that. Probably hilarious.
Well, and like you look at someone like Peyton that's that big, he could do that as like he's doing this show now, and he could do exactly what he's doing in this show, but over a round of golf.
That'd be awesome too.
And every episode would just be them being around, and then he's obviously so big, he would just get paid big time through YouTube and shit.
Because that'd be great. It'd be a whole episode. So you got 18 holes, basically 3.5 hours with 2 guys, camera crew, film the whole thing.
Yeah, you can cut it down to be an hour episode.
There you go. Be solid.
Because like you have to pay for ESPN Plus. It's $4.99 a month.
Yeah,
which isn't a lot.
You could put this shit on Netflix, anywhere.
Well, what I'm saying is he could just say fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Start his own YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Get paid.
Again, man.
Peyton, if you're listening, first of all, I love you.
Yeah.
Second of all, do it.
Second, we want in.
So yeah, Brooks versus Bryson. That'll be very fun to watch in the coming years.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's what I think it's gonna be good for golf.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, some beef.
Yeah, beef is great, dude. It sells, man. Sex sells, and so does beef.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it'll make. I'm looking forward to it, like because it'll make. It'll make all the.
I'd love nothing more for them to finish the first 3 days, 1 and 2, and be paired on the final day.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But I would go ahead and pair their ass up on the first day just to like get ratings going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And think about it, because then by the end, it's all about where your score is. So like the top 2 tee off last.
Yeah. Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think that would be great if. I don't know, somebody out there should be thinking. But they'll probably be like, I don't want to fucking play with his ass, and be like,
well, yeah, one's going to get in the other's head, and then one's not going to make the cut, and then you're like screwed, right?
Yeah.
So you just got to hope and pray that one day on Saturday or Sunday they'll be paired together.
Yeah. Well, it's good for golf, for sure.
And at the rate they're going, because it's either one or the other is on, right? Brooks was on this weekend, Bryson was not.
Yeah.
But eventually they both will.
Yeah.
And
when I say it'll be good for golf, it'll bring out the competition in them.
Yeah, and like
they're gonna play better.
There's a lot of,
and I'm not saying go out there and be like cuss like a sailor and declass the game, because I know it's a classy game,
right?
But a good healthy like.
Speaking of the game and how it's good for it, did you notice the amount of people our age and younger at the in the gallery?
Yeah, I saw a lot of mullets too. All of it's strong.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's like, and like I drive by Muni. once or twice a week when I go to M's parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time I go by, I see at least 2 or 3 groups of people even younger than your brother
Yeah.
out there in shorts and t-shirt, backwards hat, and like it's a muni course, right? Like whatever, but they're out there, and like I think that's what golf was missing 5 to 10 years ago, and now it's like becoming such a younger.
Well, you know who you can thank for that? Social media. Like golfers do think golf, like Zyre Golf, all these kind of little accounts.
Yep.
They just post funny ass golf videos.
Yep. That too.
And what becomes funny and cool, and it's like it's for the boys, right? All this kind of shit.
And
Like
I would think
cultural.
I would say the instigators of the whole youth involvement in golf
Mm-hmm.
stems from Spieth and Ricky Fowler and Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
And these boys who are all bros, they're all homies, and they do their spring break trip every year. And they put it on Snapchat. Like Snapchat made its own thing just for them.
Yeah.
And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. And that drew so many people into it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean,
Dude,
we're playing Saturday.
like golf's, yeah, we are. Like golf's a great thing, man. It's just, I'd be damned if it ain't hard as hell, dude. And that little golf ball is just sitting there staring at you.
It's so hard because
And-
you can think you'll swing and hit it. And be like, oh, hell yeah. And then you look up and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like, just like that.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
The hardest thing is forgetting a bad shot
Mm-hmm.
before you take your next one.
Mm-hmm.
Like learning how to delete that short-term memory,
Yeah.
which is why those guys are where they are. But either way, golf is fun. Playoff puck. Playoff puck is here. You caniacs.
You caniacs. And look, man, it is so thrilling to watch a hockey game with a full stadium.
My God, that Hurricanes game last week,
Yeah.
and that place was rocking.
Dude, it was awesome. Like I said, they did the wave, right?
Yeah.
I have never seen a more beautiful sight in my life than that wave.
Dude, it was so cool. And like all the people in there, and there was people with masks on, without masks on. Who cares? Wear it if you want. Don't care.
Yeah.
All of them were there for one reason, to cheer their fucking team on.
And dude, it was fucking great, dude.
It was great. And they won.
Yeah,
And then they did the Viking clap.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got chills now. But like watching that video, I was like, we're fucking back.
Dude, we are back. And, you know, it's a great series because the last 2 games, they've gone into double overtime twice
Lost both of them.
and lost both of them.
Yeah, so the series is tied 2-2.
Side 2-2. They play tonight at Carolina. Yeah, the line is
I
minus.
think it's in Nashville.
No, it's not.
It's in Carolina.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because they just played twice Carolina, twice Nashville, so it should be back.
Was it 2-2, 1-1-1, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the line's minus 210. They're going to smack the shit out of them. I don't know. I guess you'd have to go minus 1.5. You'd have to. But I will say Tennessee, like, they've been scoring goals. Like, it's been,
Nashville, the Preds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you know where the Preds, where they play their arena?
Mm-mm.
It's sick. It's literally Broadway is the main drag in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place called Rippy's. It's a rooftop bar on the corner of Broadway, and it's like right at the top of the Broadway. Kind of goes like this, and then it goes up a hill.
Yeah.
And Rippy's at the top right here. And when you're up top at Rippy's, you're looking down, and across the street is the fucking arena. So like, after a big win, that place just empties out right into the bars.
Damn.
It's so cool. I love stadiums like that.
Yeah.
Stadiums that are like outside of the actual city. I mean, they're cool and all, you know, but like, you're not going to go to the Meadowlands and watch the fucking Giants or the Jets win and then walk to the bar. You're like in the middle of, like, you're in New Jersey,
Yeah.
surrounded by swamps filled with dead mafia bodies.
Mm.
That's literally what the Meadowlands is. And like, you're just not going to do it. There, you walk out, it's party time, which is cool.
That'd be badass. I've never been to Nashville.
Oh boy.
Need to go, huh?
I've gone twice. Both times, older brother's bachelor party, younger brother's bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive,
Well,
but
it's a big city.
here's how I describe Nashville. Every single place has live music at all times of the day, and it's never fucking bad. That's it. That's all you need to know.
I like it.
Because if you're just not they're not gonna book you if you're bad, because everyone goes to Nashville to like jumpstart their music career.
Yeah.
I will say, you hear a lot of the same songs.
Over And over. Yeah, I believe it, dude.
Until you stumble upon like a cool band that does like covers of all sorts of different genres.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of country, and that's fine. You're in Nashville. It's like whatever.
To be expected.
A lot of history though there, and the bars are just insane. A lot of them are open to like the street.
So that's cool.
And
to me, there's nothing better than having a beer on the sidewalk downtown. And people walking by, and just, hey, how are you? Or you just seeing what's going on out there.
Socializing and people watching. It's like the world's best thing.
It's the best thing ever.
Absolutely the world's best thing. So playoff puck. A couple other series going on. Islanders lead the Penguins 3-2. The game they played last week had like a gazillion goals. It was insane.
Yeah.
The Battle of Florida. Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers, which is kind of crazy. Tampa Bay is leading 3-2. Vegas leads 3-2. They could have closed it out last night, but they didn't. Appreciate that, Vegas. You fucking assholes. Lost money on that. And the Toronto is up 2-1.
Yeah, they play Wednesday.
I forget who they play tonight, 7:30.
What? Oh, okay, yeah. Montreal?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Montreal Canadiens.
Mm-hmm. Toronto.
So the Maple Leafs are up 2-1 over the Canadiens. Yeah. I wrote Toronto is up 2-1 over the Maple Leafs, which is it's the same team.
Yeah.
But thanks for that. Thanks for saving me there. Check out the playoff puck. A lot of drama in the footy aspect. Before I get to the personal note, City won the league the final day. So this is really cool. I know if you don't know how the Premier League works, you play 38 matches. If you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, because there is no overtime, if you tie, each team gets a point. And obviously, if you lose, you get no points. Every team plays 38 matches. The final match day, they all play at the same exact time. So, like, there could be implications. All right, back in 2012, City and United went into the final day, like, battling for the championship. And City had to win. Whatever. United wins, right? And they're like all on the field, but they don't know if City had won yet. City was down 2 goals in like the 88th minute. Down 1 goal in the 88th minute. They get a corner, sends the corner in. Eden Dzeko, I think it was, heads it in to tie it. And then stoppage time 4 minutes and 93 minutes, 30 seconds. Sergio Aguero, who's the striker for City, scores to literally win the league with 30 seconds left in the season, which is like one of the most memorable moments in Premier League history, which is wild because this past Sunday was Sergio Aguero's final game for Man City.
Yeah.
He's leaving the club after a decorated 10 seasons with them. He's the highest scoring Premier League striker with one team. All sorts of fucking accolades. Trophies for days, the whole 9 yards. He just signed to go play with Messi at Barcelona. They're both Argentinian. They're best friends. So cool for him.
There you go.
But if you finish top 4, you qualify for Champions League. There's all these different things, right? Mm-hmm. Tottenham played Leicester City on Sunday. And Leicester had to win to maintain their position. Chelsea and Liverpool were both battling to get in for the final spots, whatever. Chelsea lost. Tottenham came back down 2-1. Scored 3 goals in the second half to win 4-2 to knock Leicester out of the top 4. Literally, they had been in the top 4 for like 200 days or something crazy like that.
Damn.
And they dropped out the final day, which is great. I mean, and listen, people are like, oh, whatever. No, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You get $30 million just for qualifying for Champions League. It's like insane money.
Yeah.
That we fucked them, which is great because our season didn't really mean shit. We finished 7th. Which is the the Europa Conference, some bullshit ass thing. We're gonna be playing teams I've never heard of from places I don't even know existed.
Yeah.
But regardless, the Europa final is Wednesday at 3:00. It's Villarreal versus Man U. Man United is -115. The over/under is 2.5. The under is favored. Man U money line -115 all day long. Mm-hmm. They're playing Cavani. Listen. I can't stand United, especially their fans. Sorry, Crow. But they're going to win. The Champions League final, the big one, the Super Bowl of European soccer, is Saturday at 3:00. 2 English teams. We have Man City versus Chelsea. Chelsea is plus 340. City's minus 115. Over under is 2.5. So they say it's gonna be a defensive battle because Chelsea doesn't concede goals. They lost 2-0 this past Sunday, or 2-1, I think it was. But I don't know. City is just so dominant.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's Aguero's final game ever with them. I don't.
Wait, City's what? Minus what?
City's minus 115. Chelsea's plus 340.
Mm.
Now look, Chelsea has beaten City the last 2 times they've played.
Really?
Yes. But one was in the Premier League, one was in a cup semi or something like that. I don't know. Everything's focused for City right now. Like they locked up the Premier League 3 weeks ago. So their focus has all been on this Champions League final. And I'd love to see Chelsea win just because City's won everything. But yeah. I don't know if it happens. Which brings me to my final point. Tottenham Hotspur, my beloved Harry Kane.
Mm.
I think this is the last time I saw Harry Kane in the Spurs kit.
Mm.
I won't say the last time because Harry's the kind of guy who he's 27. He wants to win trophies. He deserves to win fucking trophies, which is why I'm not mad at him at all for wanting to leave to go to a squad that wins trophies because he's done nothing but been loyal and put everything he's had. I mean, the fucking guy won the Golden Boot again. He also had the most assists in the Premier League. So he won the Playmaker of the Year, the Goal Scorer of the Year, all the fan awards, all this shit. And word on the street is he's going to go to Man City.
Damn.
All that being said,
ooh,
if you follow the Premier League and coaching and all that, we fired Pochettino a year and a half, 2 years ago. We hired Jose Mourinho, which was the worst mistake Tottenham's ever made in their entire fucking franchise or club life, whatever you call it. And reports came out this morning, that we are in contact again with Daddy Pochettino. And he is open to returning to Spurs. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg to do it. But at this point, Daniel Levy, who's the owner, the chairman, admitted today that last night that firing Pochettino was the worst mistake he's ever made in his career, and that he'll do anything to correct it. The only possible way Harry Kane doesn't leave Tottenham is if we hire Pochettino to come back. And I knew that a week or two ago. I'm like, yeah, it's never gonna fucking happen. And then, sure enough, in an interview, Pochettino said he would consider coming back. Now, a lot relies on that, obviously. And Tottenham came out yesterday, day before, and said that they have narrowed the managerial decision down. And word on the street is it will be shocking and unexpected.
So, I mean, but you already know about the intel, so would that be
Well,
shocking?
that just came out today. So, yeah, it would be if we got Pochettino to come back to Spurs.
Would Harry stay for sure?
Yeah. Now, we would have to get rid of a lot of players. Our defense sucks.
No, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
Like the few games I watched this year, I just got pissed off the entire time, and I just could not handle it.
It was so bad. Our center backs are just absolute trash.
There's no fucking discipline at all.
No, we had one good Toby Alderweireld who didn't even play that good because he's older, but probably was the best out of all of them all year. And we rotated so many different back lines. Our wing backs are pretty good. We had, Sergio Reguilon's, when he came the first half of the season, he was incredible. The last weekend we played Aston Villa, and he scored an own goal that he couldn't even score again if he fucking tried. And it's just it's so frustrating. We have Heung-min Son, right? Asian Footballer of the Year, 2-3 years running, a cultural icon, phenomenal winger. We got Harry Kane, arguably the best striker in the world behind Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got fucking Gareth Bale. Are you kidding me? It was he's old and washed up. Let me hit you with a stat. My man averaged a goal or an assist every 87 minutes he played. That's called production.
Yeah.
And he's 31 years old.
Is he out of there?
Well, so we had him on loan, so he was supposed to go back to Real Madrid. But it came out again today that the Euros are going down next month. the Euro Championship, like a huge tournament in European soccer. Anyone who bets, this is where we clean up. Okay, this is where we clean up. But anyway, he said that he's plays for Wales, and that he's considering retiring after the Euros at 31 years old. Gareth Bale is also the biggest golfer in soccer. Like,
really?
Oh, hands down. Hands down. I showed you that banner, right? After last year, after a international match with Wales, this is when he was still with Real Madrid, and Real Madrid had basically froze him out. They didn't want anything to do with him. Highest paid player on the payroll. Yeah, he's getting paid like $450,000 a week, I think, to do nothing, which is awesome. But after this Wales match, they had a banner for Bale, and it was like the Wales crest, and then it said Wales Golf Madrid, and it's him like laughing, which is like he just is. I mean, him and Harry play all the time, but it's just a lot of drama. Ready for this transfer window to be done, so we can just figure out what the fuck we can do with our lives. But the Pochettino reports really got me fired up today.
I hope he comes back. Hope Harry stays.
He's just
solidify it all,
Like I said before, man, he leaves. He deserves it. He deserves to win wherever he goes. Like, no fan will be mad. He wanted to leave 2 years ago and said, okay, I'll stick it out. And what did he do? I mean, this season he gives it his all. 23 goals, like 16 assists, led the league in both categories, and we still finished fucking 7th. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Well, that's a shit defense. I mean, like, you literally...
Right, but his thing was when he pledged to stay longer 2 years ago, it was fucking buy some players. Get a defense. And we didn't. So, whatever. We'll see where that goes. Last of our sports news, boxing.
Yes.
The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, is fighting Deontay Wilder at the end of July.
Yep, it's going down.
Now listen.
Like July 24th, maybe.
Boxing is like... I'm not going to... Every Friday night, ESPN has like Friday night boxing or whatever. I'm not going to watch that shit. I don't care. This, I will watch. Because boxing is that sport where it's like... Yeah, it's kind of like UFC events. Like, some UFC events are free. Why? Because the name's fighting. People don't really give a shit about. The ones you have to pay for, got the big boys.
Yeah.
You'll have to pay for this fight. This will be a $60 fight.
For sure. But with this fight, though, we know these fighters are going to come out fighting.
Fucking swinging.
Like, that's how it's
going down. And they're both massive.
Both massive, dude. The last two fights are awesome to watch. Yeah. I mean, both of them were great. Yeah. This one's going to be great as well.
Who's going to win it? Because it's what? Series is 1-1 now, huh?
Yeah. It's 1-1.
This is the trilogy. This is for the whole kit and caboodle.
This is it, man. I'm sticking with Tyson Fury, though.
Yeah.
I am. I think Deontay Wilder just has the strong punches, big knockouts, this, that, and the other. But Deontay, man, he's a smooth little criminal. He's always moving. That's what I meant to say. But
fundamentally, he's just better.
He's sticking and moving all the time. I mean, you can't. It's kind of like I was thinking about the other night. Try to stab a cylinder. Okay, it's gonna.
Damn, that's tough.
Exactly. So that's kind of what he does.
Even like when you're stabbing a can to do a shotgun, it's like still kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. Take a pencil, try to stab a small cylinder. Like it's hard as shit. But that's what Tyson is doing to these massive blows, and that's why. I mean, he got knocked out that first fight when he came back awake like the Undertaker. That shit was nuts. Yeah. But and I just think
it's hard to bet against a man whose story is like that, who fell into such a relapse with alcohol and gaining all that weight, and then going, "What am I doing?" Shedding it all. Yeah. As compared to Deontay Wilder, who's just been a Greek god.
Yeah, he's had it the whole time, and he just dropped people.
And then you got this guy who's like.
But I will say, now that Tyson won that second one, he's probably won't train as hard for this third one, and Deontay will train harder. So it's kind of. So I'm nervous about saying Tyson's going to win, but I just think that he knows, like Tyson knows, like that dude's like he's wanting revenge because he got whipped. I mean, straight up.
I will say though, like watching Tyson, following him on Instagram. Yeah. He posts videos every day. Just got done with a run, and he's British, right? He's like pouring sweat. He's like, I'm just so thankful to be here. And do this for you guys, and we're gonna get it done. Like all this shit.
Dude, he's a wildcat.
He's a wildcat.
I'll put it this way. I'm betting on him heavy.
Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him too. Which when the time comes, we'll preview that. But another little tidbit of another Fury.
Mm-hmm.
His brother, Tommy Fury, who's a lot shorter but ripped. I mean, just massive. Called out Jake and Logan Paul to fucking box them last week too. So
yeah, I'd pay for that.
Yeah. I'm now listen, what the Paul brothers are doing from a business standpoint is just absolute genius.
Yeah.
They are making millions doing this shit. And Homeboy has been training hard. He's took it serious.
Oh, dude,
I'll give him that.
I don't take any credit away from how hard he's worked.
We're going to see how good he is when he steps in the ring with fucking Floyd.
True.
Because, listen, Floyd's older and all that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, man.
I don't give a shit.
You think his first loss is going to be to some YouTube idiot?
Dude, and like the video of him taking Floyd's hat and then Floyd grabbing him and pow. I mean, that punch was so quick right to the fucking eye, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Blacked his eye like that. I'm saying, dude, he that fight he had, the last fight against that fucking overweight, out of shape MMA fighter, fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, nah. I'm just telling you right now, that's not going to be Floyd's blemish.
No.
These fucking clowns.
The amount of speed that's about to come at this man,
but truthfully,
he's not ready.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be fun to watch, but I would love to watch that Tommy fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because John showed me, like, some pictures of Tyson's brother, Tommy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that dude, broad-shouldered British bastard that's going to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, he's got orangutan limbs, son.
Yeah,
that reach is disgusting on how tall he is, compared to how tall he is.
Out of here, dude. Like, done.
It's a fact. Hopefully that happens.
No, you need a Paul Bearer for them Paul brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Yeah, just play that gif of them dudes carrying the coffin. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Anyways, go Hurricanes tonight.
Yep. Caniac.
I'd love to see them win. Lots of good playoff sports. All sorts of shit on this weekend. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to finalize the Rounders logo.
Yep.
And get those shirts going in the next week or two. Be on the lookout for that. The video will be on YouTube. And I think that's a wrap.
Look, have yourself a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe.
Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Nah, but have a great time.
But have a great time doing it. I don't even know what we're doing, but
we're going to do something.
I guarantee you it'll be
fun.
Watch
this.
Yeah, facts. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.